In this video, we are going to talk about Aristotelian mechanics. And the learning competency for this is to explain what the Greeks considered to be the three types of terrestrial motion. In this section, we will be learning about the Earth in the universe, specifically the three types of terrestrial motion according to the Greek philosophers. The Greek philosophers had questions such as, how do objects move? Or how do objects stop? Now, if you have a background in physics, you will surely know how it works. But how do they think before the invention or the concept of physics? Okay, so they basically sought to answer them through observation and logical thinking. The Greeks believed that the universe was divided into two realms, the celestial realm and the terrestrial realm. So they said that the motion of objects in the celestial realm was perfect and circular. On the other hand, the motion in the terrestrial realm was unstable and imperfect. So they believed that there should be a cause for motion. Why are these two different in terms of the motion? So let's talk about the three types of terrestrial motion according to Aristotelian mechanics. The first one is the natural motion. Okay, so from the word natural, it happens, it's just there. So according to Aristotle, all things in the terrestrial realm were made out of the four elements: the air, earth, fire, and water. Okay, so their natural motion is to go back to their natural state, depending on the element that composed them. So basically, the motion was either upward or downward. So for example, the natural state of objects made of earth or rocks was in the geosphere. If a rock, an object made of earth or soil, was thrown upward, its tendency is to go back to its natural state. Therefore, it would move downward, going back to the earth, towards the Earth's center. On the other hand, the natural state of objects made of air was in the atmosphere. For example, the smoke from a flame would move upward to go back to its natural state, which is the atmosphere. Okay? Again, natural motion. Next, we have the voluntary motion. So the second type of motion is voluntary motion. And according to Aristotle, this was an innate characteristic of humans and animals. It's within them. So humans and animals, they basically had the will to move, okay? And the cause of their motion was within themselves. So if a dog wants to eat, it will go out or ask for food, right? When we humans are hungry, we will cook our food. So that is voluntary. Last but not the least, if we have voluntary motion, of course, we have the involuntary motion. So this was the characteristic motion of plants and minerals. Okay, so what do plants and minerals do? Basically, they couldn't move, right? So these two cannot move because they do not have the will to do so. They could only move due to mechanical forces. For example, when you uproot a plant, okay, of course it will move. When you dig a mineral, it will move. Now, it's interesting to note that many years after Aristotle's time, an Italian physicist named Galileo Galilei contradicted his ideas on motion. So we will learn more about this in our future lessons. Okay, so just to recap, what are the three types of terrestrial motion? Natural, voluntary, and involuntary. Okay, now I have here a short quiz. So to check your comprehension, I want you to pause this video and answer the questions. The answers to these questions will be posted in the comment section.